Hi, this is Linda with Traveling Flamingo, and today we are on a Caribbean cruise stopping in Aruba, which is a very popular Southern Caribbean destination. We get lots of questions about what to expect at the port. To help you plan your trip, we're going to tell you everything you need to know about the port. Stay tuned to find out what we thought and how you can prepare for your day in Aruba. Let's get started with your arrival and departure. The cruise ships dock in Oranjestad Aruba, which is the capital city. There are 4 spots for ships. You will be docked at either berth B, C, F, or G, all of which are close together. When we were in Aruba, the Carnival Freedom was there as well. It's not a far walk to the terminal building or out of the port. It only takes about 5 minutes, which is awesome. Being that it's not a large dock, there were not any trams. We've been on some docks that were really big, no shade, and it was easily a 10-minute walk. I think on some of those I've burned even before we got to the port, but fortunately this is not the case in Aruba. It was nice how short the dock was and how quickly you could get into some shade. In terms of the port atmosphere, this is really a jumping point to your next destination. There is a large terminal building where there is space to meet up with groups, shops, washrooms, and an information booth, as well as air conditioning. As you walk out of the terminal building and start walking towards the exit of the port area, there are lots of booths set up with local vendors which offer different excursions. Our cruise had an emergency the day before, so we were really late arriving in Aruba, and most of the vendors had already left for the day. So if you're someone who doesn't like to go with the cruise line for excursions, there's a lot of options right there at the port. Just remember to get yourself back in time at the port so you don't have to be one of those dock runners. The port also has some basics that you need, but unlike other manufactured ports like Costa Maya, there really isn't too much at the port. Before we get into food and dining, I just want to pop in here and thank everyone who's liked and subscribed to our channel and say we've got tons of cruising port videos like NASA, Costa Maya, and what you need to know for a perfect day at Coco Cay. So when this video is done, please be sure to check out our channel. Thank you. In terms of food and dining, there aren't any restaurants or bars at the cruise port. I think that is because you're just a short walk from the restaurants, shops, and bars downtown. Most people will go there instead of staying at the port. The paddock was one of the closest bars with views of the cruise ship. It was really cool and it had a lot of open air, which is terrific in the Aruba weather. So let's jump into what's near the port, as that's what most people will be doing when they visit Aruba. If you're interested in exploring the island on your own, the public buses are affordable and stop at many beaches. Taxis are also a great way to explore the island. If you're interested in shopping, the town of Oranjestad is just to the right outside of the port. As you walk along L.G. Smith Boulevard, you'll come to the Wharf's Side Flea Market, where there are tons of local booths selling all kinds of souvenirs. As you continue down the road, you come to the Royal Plaza Mall. It is an iconic-looking 3-story open-air mall. It has not all opened up yet, but it's still fun to check out. There are lots of great shops and restaurants that have beautiful sunset views. Also, follow the tram tracks and check out Havenstraat and Schelpstraat, and the main street if you're interested in some more shopping. Again, we got there near the end of the day, so most of the shops were already closed, but it is a gorgeous street. This is where we tried the Aruban snack, the pastiche. It's a fried half-moon pastry, and we got the cheese one. It was so delicious. It was a really nice snack after all of our walking around. Some of the other common places to visit in the downtown area are the Archaeology Museum of Aruba, the Fort Zoutman Museum, Historical Museum, and the Renaissance Mall and the Marketplace. The Renaissance Mall was really cool. This was actually the first mall I'd ever seen a water taxi go right into the middle of the hotel. I'd never seen that before. Our original plan was to go to one of the famous beaches, but we arrived so late we decided to scrap that. The top 5 beaches in Aruba are Eagle Beach, Baby Beach, Palm Beach, Arashi, and Dwarf Beach. I'm usually all in for walking, but it seemed like a bit too much of a walk in the heat of the day, so I would recommend getting a taxi or a bus instead. We get lots of questions about what to bring and other information. The official languages of Aruba are Dutch and Papiamento, but most places people also speak English. Actually, everywhere we met people who spoke English. The currency that's used in Aruba is florin, but US dollars and traveler's checks as well as credit cards are also accepted. It's always good practice to have some cash on you, just in case your credit card type is not accepted. In terms of internet, there are places like the Renaissance Mall and other cafes that have free internet. You'll want to check with your cell phone provider so you can understand what they charge if you're going to go ahead with that. When packing your bag for the day, you'll want to consider where you're going. It's always good to have sunscreen, sunglasses, and a water bottle as you're in the Caribbean and the sun is strong. I like to bring a power bank as I go through my phone battery, connecting with family and taking photos. Aaron got me a cool wireless charger, which is really handy. I just keep it in my purse. We are still in the times when I like to have a couple extra masks in our bag because each country and different stores have different policies around masks. If you're planning to go to the beach, make sure you pack some towels in your swimsuit. Next time we go back, I am definitely checking out one of the beaches. Something else to keep in mind whenever you are disembarking at a port, you need to have your cruise card. You may also be required to have identification with you, and depending where you are from, that could be a driver's license or your passport. So just a little bit about what our day was like. Because of this medical emergency, we spent half of the day before waiting outside of the port of Jamaica for medical crew to return. So this meant we were really late arriving into Aruba. So it's just a little reminder that your itinerary can change at any moment for weather, medical emergencies, or other reasons. This is not the first time we've missed a port or had reduced time because of extenuating situations. We try to make the best of it by doing different activities on the ship and choosing our priorities when we arrive to the port if we are short on time. We really enjoyed walking around and trying some local food, and we actually met a fellow Canadian who traveled to Aruba about 10 years ago for a vacation and just fell in love with the island and decided to move there. Overall, the port is a great meeting location with some shopping, air conditioning, and a place to purchase your local excursions. It's a great jumping off point to go and explore the island further. There is great shopping and restaurants within walking distance, or if you get a cab, you can head to the beach or use public transit. This is a great port to purchase an excursion from the cruise line or a local provider if you're interested in exploring the island more, as this isn't a manufactured port like Costa Maya. We hope that you liked our video. If you're interested in supporting our channel, please like and subscribe. It really means a lot to us. We've also launched some Traveling Flamingo merchandise, and if you're a Disney or amusement park fan, then you might want to check out our Flamingos in Wonderland channel. Thanks again for watching, and happy travel.